It's us who has the capacity to invite somebody to Christ. From now on, we regard no one according to the flesh. Yesterday I was out in public and I was thinking on this verse. I tell you where I was, but you already know. Yes, I was at Starbucks. As I was reading this verse, that's why I like to go out in public and read the word. People look at me strange. People move away when they see you reading the word. You don't have to ever worry about finding a seat. Just carry the Bible. Everybody move out the way. I was reading this passage. It says, from now on, don't regard people according to the flesh. And I looked up and there was a guy in line. Had to be about 6'9". And I bet all of his life, people have told him he's tall. And the woman he was with, she had to be about 6'3", 6'4". I said, I bet you people look at them and talk about how tall they are. But God says, regard no one according to the flesh. You're more than your height. You're the pain that's in your heart. You're the desire for someone to love and to care and to pay attention to you. You're the anxiety and you're the anxious moments of all the past things that have happened in your life. See, people see the outside and put these tags on it. Short, tall, this thing or that thing. Too thin, too much weight, all these different labels. God says, stop regarding people according to the flesh. Stop looking at people smile and say, oh, they're okay. They're fine. They've got money in the bank. They're a millionaire. They've got it all together. From now on, see the souls. See the condition. It's so easy to label someone a something. He's a this, they're a that, they're a not so nice person. They're the person in the office that no one wants to be around. He said, stop labeling them as this or that. Kind or a jerk. Friendly or unfriendly. From now on, regard no one according to the flesh. Even though we once regarded Christ according to the flesh. We regard him thus no longer. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he's a new creation. What they have been, what we have been, when met with the confrontation of the cross, it says, no longer are they that thing. They're no longer just the summation of their hurts, their disappointments, their letdowns. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he's a new creation. The old has passed away, and behold, all things have become new. All of this is from God. Meditate on that. All of what is from God? All that happened on the cross. All that Jesus Christ went through, it was from God. God looked around and could see no one else who could save us. He looked at us, he saw our condition and said, there's no one else who can do it. I'll go myself. All of this salvation, all of this love, all of this hope, it comes from God. If there's any way forward in my life, if there's any next step that is forward and is good and is righteous, it comes from God. All of this comes from God. Financial ruin all around us. How am I going to pay this bill? How am I going to get out of this situation? This comes from God. This way forward, who through Christ reconciled us back to himself. See, to be reconciled means to bring into alignment. Reconciling means that something is out of balance, something is out of order, and now it has to be reconciled. When I was in accounting, they used to teach us to reconcile the balance sheet. You have to reconcile the accounts. Something's out of order. You've spent too much and haven't accounted for something. Jesus says the price was paid on the cross. And now everything in our life is reconciled through Him. When I find myself in a bad attitude, it doesn't happen often. But the bad attitude, that misbehavior, those deeds that are in my heart, is because something hasn't been reconciled. Jesus is the fixed point of our reconciliation. Everything in the world, everything we experience has to be reconciled through Christ. It comes into balance because of Christ. Why do I feel the way I do? Why am I so angry all the time? Why am I so anxious? Why are these different things in my life? Because we haven't yet become reconciled. There's still some clenched fists. There's still some holding back. But today, he says, from this moment on, stop regarding things in the flesh, see it in the spirit, and be reconciled. Come into balance with Christ, with God, through Christ.